Astounding, enormous, immense, colossal. Words don't do them justice. Stand back, tiny earthlings, for the attack of the metal monsters. Now, the world's biggest machines on Modern Marvels. Welcome to Superlative Central, the show with the biggest, baddest, heaviest, tallest, longest, loudest, meanest machines on the planet.
They are enormous. You can fit a house in them.
Machines designed to do man's dirty work, so to speak.
We can go from ground level to some 50 feet in the air in less than 16 seconds with 80 tons of dirt.
Machines with muscle.
This engine's got 16 cylinders. It produces about 2,300 horsepower.
Beasts with big appetites.
This is our fuel tank, 1,580 gallons.
And stadium-sized devices designed to unlock the secrets of the universe.
Over 7,000 pieces of glass that weigh approximately 150 tons. There's nothing like this anywhere on Earth.
Machines that are all about size.
They're just fantastically enormous. I don't know which other way to say it.
These are the machines bold enough to call themselves the world's biggest. Some of the biggest mobile machines on the planet are walking drag lines. Excavators used in surface mining to wrest coal and other minerals from the earth. Here at the Black Thunder mine in Wyoming, a 2570 WS dragline built by Bucyrus International of South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, uses a bucket big enough to park 6 cars inside. The bucket is suspended by cables from a massive 360-foot-long boom. When digging, the operator lowers the bucket into the pit. In the machinery house, which is the size of a small warehouse, electric motors drive giant drums, which spool 5-inch steel cables like the reel in a fishing pole. This drags and lifts the bucket, filling it with overburden, the material covering the coal seam.
He's probably moving 300,000 pounds or 400,000 pounds of dirt each time. It takes a lot of power, 25 to 30,000 horsepower, to hoist that load, heavy load, and hoist it within a matter of seconds.
Everything on board is driven by electric motors, and a giant extension cord supplies enough electricity to power a small city. Bucyrus builds the biggest drag lines in the world. Here in the Bucyrus shop, machinists turn out parts for a behemoth that is so large, it can't be assembled until the components reach the mine. Putting it together can take more than a year.
The total drag line weighs like 16 million pounds. It takes over 2 years to manufacture. It takes 128 shipments to ship a drag line.
How do they make a giant machine? With giant machines, like this MOG gear cutting machine.
This particular gear that we have on this MOG, which is one of the largest MOGs that we have in our facility, actually cuts this gear by rotating in a circle and having cutters that actually cut the profile of the teeth. This particular gear takes over 100 hours to manufacture just to cut the teeth in it.
These massive parts will eventually merge into a machine that dwarfs everything around it. It may be the industry's cutting edge, but even this dragline can trace its roots back to a much smaller machine and an American inventor who believed he could ease the growing pains of a burgeoning country.
A man called William Otis invented the first steam shovel. This was back in 1835, and his machine was quite a revolution because prior to that, All the excavation work that was done on railroad construction and everything else was done by hand.
Although a big improvement, cheap labor and Otis's untimely death prevented the steam shovel from scooping up a big share of the excavation business.